Hey YouTube, hope everybody's doing good. So the first thing I wanted to do is recap my last parlay and see where I, went right and wrong. And well, the first thing I'll do is acknowledge the very first parlay that was before the football season that also tied into the football season with the Chiefs game, the Chiefs first game, and some baseball games that I understand that got destroyed, um, but I wanted to talk about the last NFL parlay I put out, or the first one, I guess, the first and last. Um, so we had in that first slate, um, I think I stayed away from these first two and the parlay I put out because I'd already bet on the Chiefs game, and then Packers Eagles and Brazil. I just kind of stayed away from. And I know I told you guys I stayed away from this one too. Saints and Panthers, and you know huge win. I wish I, could have seen that one coming, but huge win for the Saints. So, as far as the stuff I actually did bet on, I bet the Vikings on the money line, so we cashed there. This was the huge shocker. I had Bengals minus 6.5, basically betting them to win by a touchdown. They lost by almost a touchdown. So I feel like that was the big shocker of the week in the NFL. Even though there was a lot more shockers in week two, but this was the main one of the first week. I had Steelers plus 8.5, um, which easily won because they won the game, so won that one by like 16 points. Texans Colts. I had the Texans on the money line, so we got that one. I had Bills on the money line. We got that one. I had Bears on the money line. We got that one. I had Dolphins on the money line. We got that one. I had Broncos plus 8.5, contemplating them winning the game, but they definitely covered the 8.5. So this was one where I didn't come through because I had I had the Raiders plus 8.5, and obviously they lost by 12. I had the Browns winning this ball game, and the Cowboys nearly doubled them up, and then they obviously followed that up with a huge blowout defeat to the Saints, who, uh, you know, weren't really thought highly of when the season began, and maybe to a lot of people still aren't, you know, held in high regards. But they did a good job there. But I think it's more a reflection on the Cowboys and the Browns, really, because the Browns don't look good at all with Watson as their QB, and the Cowboys are, I think, just kind of business as usual, and that's not really a good thing for them, or maybe it is, but anyway, I had the Bucks winning, so good there. I had Rams plus 8.5, and it went to overtime, so they definitely covered that. And then I had the 49ers on the money line for that, so hit most of those for the week two. Let's see, one of one, two of two. Anyway, I don't know, I hit most of them. I think I missed three, but yeah, hit most of those bets. But obviously, that's kind of how they get you with the parlays. You got to hit all of them. And I'm gonna follow up later on this week. I'm gonna put some picks together for the week three matchups in the NFL. Um, but yeah, week two was really uh, kind of the shocker for. I mean, there weren't a ton of upsets or anything in week one, and then week two, you get to it, and it's like teams are. Let's see. Yeah, Falcons beat the Eagles. That's a big upset. Bengals almost beat the Chiefs. That would have been an upset, and they did cover the spread. So in that sense, the underdogs won there if you just did the spread. Let's see. Uh, Raiders shocked the Ravens. That's another huge one. That probably is the biggest upset of the week in my opinion. Um, Bucks beat the Lions. I mean, that's another upset. Even though both those teams are, I'd consider both those teams pretty good. Let's see. This was this was the biggest upset in terms of just sheer, spread. Oh, didn't mean to click into that, but because the Cowboys were favored by like a touchdown and they lose by 25 points, but I mean, you know, it, the Cowboys are gonna Cowboys, so. And then see, this one was a toss up in my opinion, even though the Giants kind of made history by becoming the first team to score 3 touchdowns and allow zero that or is that what it was that lost the game? Yeah, first to score 3 touchdowns. And anyway, it was something bad. It's a part of history that you don't want to be involved in. Patriots are playing really well. They took the Seahawks to overtime, but no shockers there. I had the Vikings winning. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't have the Vikings winning. I didn't make any official picks for week 2, but and then the Bills beat the Dolphins. No shocker there in my opinion, but yeah, I'm gonna make a post about the week 3, my week 3 picks pretty soon, uh, before the weekend, and hopefully we get some momentum going with that. But I wanted to flip to baseball because it's getting crunch time. There's 10 games left in the Royal season, and in most of these team seasons, there's like 10, 11 games left for everybody. Some teams 12, but yeah, 10 to 12 games left for everybody. And the Royals have lost their last 3. Um, the last 2 to the Tigers, which is a huge deal because we had a 5-game separation from them before the series started, and now it's down to 3 because we lost the first 2 games of the set. We had a 5-0 lead uh, in the game yesterday, and we blew that. And then today it was a well pitched game that was low scoring for a lot of it, and then we lost an extra inning. So 2 tough losses. The Tigers were in plus money for both of those games too, but they're actually favored tomorrow because they got Scooball on the mound, who is AL Cy Young Award winner, probably. So he's not going to be easy to hit. But yeah, the Tigers are going to be minus 150 tomorrow. So if they beat us again, then we only have 2 games separating, or the Royals are 2 games ahead of the Tigers in that case. Um, and I told myself, before the series started, that the Royals, like, if they can just win one of these games, like one of the 3 games, and not get swept to where it's a 2-game lead instead of a 4-game lead. If they win one game, then that would seriously help their chances of clinching a playoff spot. But if they do get that one win, it's going to have to be against the Tigers' best pitchers. So we'll see how it goes. Um, I was able to use my heart to win some money from the Royals. They canceled out, more than canceled out, what I lost on the Bengals game on Sunday, with what's happened these last 2 games for the Royals. But yeah, it's an exciting finish to the baseball season. I'm looking forward to talking more about that and more about football. It's just a super exciting time of the year, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you like what I have to say, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. And you guys have a great day.